Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Volatility Report here at OptionPit.com. As I, Andrew Giovinazzi, Chief Operating Officer of OptionPit.com, welcoming you to the Morning Volatility Report here on a volatile Friday, kind of like last Friday. You just have all the marquee. We'll talk about it here in a second. All of the events, first events. Adjusting positions and risk management. So we'll go through adjustable positions, ways to adjust positions, ways to fix positions, and whether, the pricing makes it worth it to close something at all or to try to adjust and stay in if you think there is still money there. So those are some topics we'll cover next Saturday. Okay. On sale for $147. If you want to take the class, I can save you $10 on it. It's down to $147. I can save you $10 on it if you send me a note at andrew@optionpit.com and say that you listen to our vol report. All right. Now, for the events of the day, well, what I'm going to do is just, I am going to show. Okay, we have, let's just see the curve. All right, that kind of tells the story. 27, 26, 24. Note now we have again, though, the market still, the January future is backward a point to VIX. It's not going away. So the thing is, what does backwardation always say? Remember yesterday we had talked about, volatility is still backward. So we're prone to any move, right? And I don't know what caused the sell-off today, I guess. So China's down 4%, we're down 2%. Whatever, oil's down a little bit. So whatever the spiral that we're in, we're still in the spiral. Let's just leave it at that. I don't know when the spiral is going to end. I have no clue. Oil below $30. Is it still there? I thought I saw those futures trading just above, but it did dip down there, right? I think the next future contract's a little bit, but it's still trading there. So as far as, the whole position goes, oil is dragging the rest of the market down for whatever reason. I think at this point it feels like we are algo driven all the way. So oil goes down, institutional, equity selling. China down, institutional equity selling, and that's where the liquidity is in the market right now, as in there isn't any. So they're just kind of blasting away. They're blasting away on everything. Bob's saying the futures are now 29.84. So again, I think this is where we are. It doesn't look great. And backwards says we're still going to be moving. And we're just looking at this today. I think we saw what? We saw some Fed-driven buying yesterday when they're saying, okay, we're not going to raise rates. And at this point, the market's just up to its own devices, as in there is no real reason to, I guess the easy way to say it is there's just no real reason to be a buyer, except if you want to do some bargain hunting. Oil keeps going lower. Intel just had bad earnings. Wells Fargo had okay earnings. That also, Apple's hurting everything as well, as Apple's starting to plumb some lows. So I think there's a point here where, things are starting to look cheaper, but I believe I was laughing at $95 for Apple in August, and we're there again. Twitter is an oil company, Joe. Didn't you know that? So I think that's what we have. We're going to continue to be weak, and it looks like vol will keep going up until it stops. And I think that's what we've got. The treasuries are finally catching a bid. Products like UVXY, VXX, they're all just starting to take off. And, at this point, you're just sitting there and you're watching them go. Because it looks like vol's definitely, it's making its move higher. All right. And with that, that's about all we have as of right now. All right. So don't expect a lot different today. I don't know, anytime the Fed says something about rates or not raising, it does seem to lift the market. We do seem to get a little bit of a kind of an algo boost, if you will. But as of right now, it's just not happening. All right. All right, everybody. You have a good day. I think we're going to get more of the same. There's just no way around it at this point. All right, everybody. Have a good one, and I will see a lot of you in our pit report and chat room today. Buckle up for the ride down. You got it. We'll see you guys all later.